Barnet. A phrase you've used before is we don't get too high when we win, we don't get too low when we lose. But yeah. I get the impression that this week, surely the mood around the club has been buoyant.
Yeah, I think there has been a spring in their step. They've trained really well. I think Saturday's performance and result will have given us a little bit of added confidence as well. You know, we won't go into Barnet with a blasé attitude that we can just do it again, and we've got to work exactly the same, and that'll be the message that I'll be trying to get across to my players. If we perform and be as aggressive and as hard working as we were on Saturday, we can do anything we want.
Well, second week running, you've been able to watch your opponents on Saturday on the previous Tuesday, and actually 2-0 against Fleetwood for them was a decent result.
Yeah, it was a great result. They played very well. Like I say, that's where my message is coming from. You know, I saw them. I know they play football. I knew they play football. They caused Fleetwood all sorts of problems, and you know, it's a strange pitch there. It's a strange place to go, but you have to deal with it. You know, it's pitched in great nick considering, and they try and get the ball down, and they open you up, and they create chances, and they play, and we've got to deal with that and just be as good as we can be.
There is a slope there, and they do use that to their advantage. So how can you try and quell that?
Listen, you've just got to deal with it. You know, the good thing is my players know what it's about. You know, we went there last year and got a 2-2 draw on a Friday night, and I'll just be guarding against complacency. I'll be getting the players up more than I've probably ever done. You know, just because we beat Rotherham, a side up and around us, doesn't mean we go there and just automatically win. If the players have shown me now that they've got the appetite for it. They've got, and I knew they have, but Saturday's performance has really sort of just whet my appetite even more for it, and if that was possible. But as long as we're up for it, as long as we work as hard for each other as we did last week, we give ourselves a chance.
So from what you saw on Tuesday, they didn't miss Edgar Davids on the pitch too much?
I haven't seen too much of him when he's been playing, so but no, they pass the ball about. That's the thing. You've got to be. They're going to have the ball at times. You're going to have to defend in your shape properly at times, but they also give you a chance to play yourselves, and I think we'd back ourselves as long as we're on it, as long as we're got a bit of end product and some cutting edge to us, then I think we can go there and hopefully get the right result.
In a sense, Tuesday showed with all the teams at the bottom that were in action, having won, that the league is as tight as you said it was a week ago.
You wouldn't want to be down there, would you? Crikey! I mean, I went and had a cup of tea at half time in amongst the Barnet fans, and although they were winning, I think Torquay were winning. Plymouth, because it kicked off late, Plymouth had just scored in the second half, and Accrington were 3 up at half time. So it was you wouldn't want to be down there, and everyone's fighting for it. So that's also a reason why we've got to get up for it, make sure that our attitude is spot on. And and it will be. I think there's been a bit of just something, an extra step in the players' training this week, and hopefully we can take that into the next 7 games.
Looking around your squad, you've got a lot of experience here now. Not only people who've been through your push to try and get up last year, but in terms of general experience. Do you think that you would have more than the other teams at the top of the table, and that may stand you in good stead?
No, I don't think so. I think we've got good players. We're happy with the squad that we've got. The final loan window closes next Thursday, so we'll just have to see exactly where we go on that. Just make sure we've got all bases covered. But going into the last 7 games, 3 wins out of 4 we've just had, I think we're in a decent enough position to really ever go for it. Now, we've got some really tough games, don't get me wrong, whether it's Barnet on Saturday or Bradford last game of the season. We have got one hell of a tough run in without a shadow of a doubt, but I think we've proved over the last few weeks that the boys are up for it, and hopefully we can see the job through.
It's a steady heads type situation, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I say, we don't get carried away too often. I think there's only Gillingham who've lost less games than us, so we haven't had to do it too many times, but we've also drawn 1 or 2 too many times as well. So it's just game at a time. I pick the right team at the right for each game, hopefully, and hopefully we can see the job through, like I said.
And just lastly on that, Jason Taylor will be itching to get in the side somehow if he can.
I'm sure he will, absolutely.
Thanks.
Mark, do you think you will be asking for another body before next Thursday, or have you not decided with the...
I've just got to... I'll see where we are with there's a couple of issues that I need to make sure that we've got everything covered for. We'll take it from there.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago since you were in that battle down at the bottom a couple of seasons ago, which you spoke about, and how different is the pressure now at the other end?
Yeah, it's more of an expectation than a pressure, and that's the way we've got to and take it on. Really, there's no point fretting about being where you are, otherwise you're never going to succeed. Where at the bottom, you do have sleepless nights. You do have, you do wonder where are you going to get enough to survive, because the Football League status is massive for every football club. Not one club will want to go down, even if it means you might win more games next year. No club will want to get out of this league the bottom way, and that's why managers have been changed and results have picked up for certain teams. I mean, it must be a nightmare at the minute. Everyone keeps winning down there, and unfortunately not putting for themselves, not pulling away. But we're at the top end, right end of the table that we all want to be in, and to be fair, it's the only place to be.
Yeah. How much do you think it did the wingers good to have a couple of games off with the way they came back on Saturday? Because they were left out for a few games, weren't they? Mo and McGlash and
left out. So we just changed tack a little bit. We went with a couple of different players, and that happens throughout a season. And you hope that the boys, when they get back in, respond, as I do. When we left a couple out last week, and I'm sure that they will get game time over the next couple of weeks. And you just want them to respond in a positive way. You want them to say, right, I'll show you, and that's what it's about. You look on the list of appearances there. I think Scotty and Stevie have made the most. Apart from that, and there's been one or two other high ones as well. But there's a few who've been sort of not in and out, but will only sort of play 25 games, something like that, and that's why you need a strong squad, and fortunately that's where we are at the moment.
Yeah, but you might not have had that last year.
Yeah, exactly. It just takes time. When we came here, I think we all said, although the immediate the aim was to stay in the Football League, it was to build year on year, and I think the club have done it really well. I think they've done it really sensibly, but they've also put a bit of money into it to invest that we've been able to manage to keep it up this season.
Yeah, you won at Hereford, which Cheltenham hadn't done for a long time, beat Chesterfield, which Cheltenham had never done in the league, and Cheltenham had never won at Barnet in the league, so it's been one of those seasons of chalking them off.
Let's hope we can, yeah.
Cheers, Mark.
All right.
Thanks, Mark.